Hello, and welcome to another edition of Paranormal Activity and Mysterious Stories. In this video, I want to go over what I'm sure a lot of people have already heard about, which is that the New York Times is finally doing an article on some materials that, well, according to the briefings, were, like this article says, not made of this earth. Along with that, I want to talk about this document here that was a FBI document that claims aliens and beings from other dimensions have visited Earth. And then last, I want to show you this alien cube, which was 10 times bigger than Earth, captured by NASA. Now, something like this isn't the first time things like this have happened. But anyways, let's go to the first one, which is, I guess it's the biggest news that's going out there right now. Tucker Carlson is talking about it. A lot of the major UFO people are talking about it. But basically, in a nutshell, this website here, Collective Evolution, breaks it down. And here are the facts. Eric Davis, a renowned astrophysicist who worked with the Pentagon UFO program, stated that he gave a classified briefing to a Defense Department agency as recently as March and retrievals from off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. Now, according to what Elizondo, they said that they shut this program down, but obviously they didn't. Now, why is the mainstream suddenly acknowledging this information after a long campaign of ridicule, secrecy, disinformation, and censorship? What do these revelations mean for an expanding human consciousness? Now, what happened? Eric Davis, a renowned astrophysicist who worked as a subcontractor and then a consultant for the Pentagon UFO program since 2007, recently stated that in some cases, the examination of the materials retrieved from some UFOs has, according to the New York Times, failed to determine their source, which has led Davis to conclude that we couldn't make it ourselves. The New York Times went on to explain Davis, who now works for Aerospace Corp., a defense contractor, said he gave a classified briefing to a Defense Department agency as recently as March about retrievals from off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. And let's see. Now, how cool would it have been to have been at that briefing? The New York Times is claiming, or was told, that the government could not identify the source. But according to Davis, they clearly know that these materials are not made from Earth. As a side note, the picture you see at the top of this article comes from NASA Lockheed senior scientist Norman Bergrum, taken from the Voyager mission in 1980. It's an unidentified craft that is extremely and unimaginably large. Norman believes these are extraterrestrial vehicles. The Voyager mission was tasked with photographing Saturn, its rings, and its moons. You can read more about that specific story and the pictures here. Now, I actually did a video about Norman Bergrum, and according to the data that he has looked at, some of the rings of Saturn are being made by these huge vehicles that are, some of them are like anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 miles long. And like I said, and the data comes from, I think the Cassini, when the Cassini spacecraft went by Saturn, they took a bunch of pictures, but he wrote a book called the Ringmakers of Saturn, and people should definitely check that out. But let's go on to this next FBI document that claims aliens and beings from other dimensions have visited Earth in the past. While most people all over the world are debating over aliens, discussing UFO sightings in space, on Earth, and a vast number of people are saying that we are not alone in the universe, the FBI has posted thrilling FBI documents on their website. The published FBI document states that not only have we been visited by ET, apparently we've been visited by beings from other dimensions. However, it is significant to mention that the document was not originated from the FBI itself, but was an extract from a 69-page document called UFO1.pdf written by a former university head. Nevertheless, the document was given great importance by the FBI, which indeed intrigued me. The official link from the FBI vault to the document can be found here. I'll put the links in the document to all these in the description. But basically, this is here's what it said. This memorandum is respectfully addressed to certain scientists of distinction, to important aeronautical and military authorities, to a number of public officials, and to a few publications. The writer has little expectation that anything of import will be accomplished by this gesture. The mere fact that the data herein were obtained by so-called supernominal means is probably sufficient to ensure its disregard by nearly all the persons addressed. Nevertheless, it seems a public duty to make it available. The present writer has several university degrees and was formerly a university department head. A very serious situation may develop at any time with regard to the flying saucers. If one of these should be attacked, the attacking plane will almost certainly be destroyed. In the public mind, this might create panic and international suspicion. The principal data concerning this craft is now at hand and must be offered no matter how fantastic and unintelligible it may seem to minds not previously instructed in thinking of this type. Part of the disc carry crews. Others are under remote control. Their mission is peaceful. The visitors contemplate settling on this plane. These visitors are human-like, but much larger in size. They are not excarnate Earth people, but come from their own world. They do not come from a planet as we use the word, but from an etheric planet which interpenetrates our own and is not perceptible to us. The bodies of the visitors and the craft automatically materialize on entering the vibratory rate of our dense matter. The discs possess a type of radiant energy or ray which will easily disintegrate any attacking ship. They re-enter the etheric at will and so simply disappear from our vision without a trace. The region from which they come is not the astral plane, but corresponds to the locus or talus. Students of esoteric matters will understand these terms. They probably cannot be reached by radio, but probably can by radar if a signal system can be devised for that apparatus. We give information and warnings and can do no more. Let the newcomers be treated with every kindness, unless the discs are with ineligible with which our culture and science are incapable of dealing. A heavy responsibility rests upon the few in authority and who are able to understand this matter. Addendum: the locusts are oval-shaped, fluted-length oval with a heat-resisting metal or alloy not yet known. The front cage contains the controls, the middle portion a laboratory, the rear contains armament which consists essentially of a powerful energy apparatus, perhaps a ray. The document published by the FBI, it is a fair warning that we are being observed closely by the creatures of other world, or it is just another theory raising a number of questions. Now, I don't doubt that there are definitely beings from other dimensions or other planets or, far places that are definitely far away, like light years, based on the way we travel. But I'm also a firm believer that, there are beings right here on this planet that we share the planet with, that have probably been observing and monitoring our development, like I said, on this planet. So anyways, let's see. Let's go to the last one here. Now, this UFO sightings, alien cube ship 10 times bigger than Earth, captured by NASA. UFO hunters have shared NASA photos they believe show an enormous cubed alien craft exiting from the sun. So now, yeah, this here, you can see this is the craft here. Now, do you see, here, how about this? If we look at this photo here, right, and look at my cursor compared to this cube, I'm going to say planet Earth is probably the size of my cursor, if not smaller, actually. Yeah, I think actually really, yeah, in relation to this sun, yeah, I think planet Earth is much smaller. Planet Earth is probably just the size is just the tip of this cursor. So whatever this cube is, it's enormous. According to prominent alien hunter Scott Warning, the supposed UFO is at least 10 times the size of Earth. Earth's radius is 3,958,000 miles, 6.34 kilometers, making the UFO more than 39,580 miles. Mr. Warning also believes the UFO came from the sun's core, where it is feeding off of our host star's immense energy. The UFO enthusiast said on his etdatabase.com blog, in the image, I added light and focus, and we can see that the red material is gathering around its hull. I didn't see a video on this news story about this, so I don't know where. I guess you probably have to go to Waring's website here, this etdatabase.com. But you know what? I'll leave a link to this story in the description also, so you can check it out. And then if you want, you can go to this link here yourself to find this video. But like I said, this isn't the first video. This is not like some unusual anomaly. Several different people have footage taken, directly from NASA's cameras of objects entering and exiting the sun, or of these giant objects flying past the sun. Yeah, really, there are things out there I'm sure we couldn't possibly imagine. But anyways, you know what? That's going to be it for this video. If you like stuff like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share it. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, because I will continue to, peruse the internet and look for more UFO and ET stories as they come out. Okay. So thanks for visiting, and take care.